Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Set, 280. 56. All right, here we go. Let's go, 32.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Stafford, left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Stafford. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Lions.
Ready. Blue 60. 6, right there. 56. Right, 70.
From the red zone now, Stafford. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
50. Check 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I don't know if there's any other way to play it. That play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
It's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line pushing. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. First carry for Darius Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Hey, get in the weight room. Mike.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play. Perilously close to the goal line.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. You got 20. Pick me up. Here we go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, it's Johnson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set. 180. 56, right there. 56. Hurry. Game situation. Let's go. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, 32 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check. 22, Jet, bomber. 22, Jet, bomber. Hayward, Mike's 40.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taylor now returning it. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash.
From his own goal line, Stafford. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
20! 50-50!
They'll run on first down. Johnson, he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Haskins will throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Stafford to Jones. Enough for a Lion 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, 60. 56. Drill right, 22.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, dude. Check. Zebra. Omaha, ready to move.
To try again after the sack. Stafford throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He's checking crack.
Out of the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run. What? Go. 40's mine. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 40's mine. 40's mine. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about team script.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On the delay, here's Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Haskins caught on the right side. Reed. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. That'll be complete to Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped in the contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Redskins scoop it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out. The back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Taylor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Check 56. I got you.
On 2nd and 11 now, Stafford, and that is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Prater for the extra point, and that will get them one closer. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Monday.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Right here, right.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Haskins to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 1st down, Taylor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 16 yards, a 1st down. Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Stafford, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here's Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, Costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. This is Breida on the draw. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
50. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to out into something a little more advantageous.
Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball,
You get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Detroit, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night.